glass of wine, the feeling divine as you try and work on your best chat up lines. She could have been nicer or she could have been kind, shutting you down with no words, just fine. You're on the game and it seems to be working. You buy a drink and she seems to be smirking, with a look to her friends as the vodka coke blends. You see that the means won't quite lead to the end. So you might not be Casanova, but you don't ask, you don't get, so why not approach her? You might not be Casanova, but it's a hurdle that you've got to get at least one leg over, at least one leg over, at least one leg over.
But it's an idea that I've had knocking around in here for a couple of years, but I've never got around to doing anything with. And then this summer, because of other radio stations that I was on, Hastings Rock and Carnival FM, talking to other people, and as Richard says, meeting up with him to talk about local music generally, because we knew each other before from bands and stuff that we've both done. And it's just, Richard's passion was the same as mine. We wanted to do the same things. We wanted to promote local music, encourage local music and musicians as well, both young and old, across all the genres of music. We both know that Hastings is a wonderful place for live music, but especially original live music.
And the new generations are coming through, keeping these guys on their toes, and the energy that's just sort of moving around is wonderful to be a part of. What you can feel as a music movement, but also on top of that there's the level of frustration that the bands don't know how to get out of Hastings. There are a few that I want to do as much as I possibly can for. The one that is in the pot simmering at the moment, ready to be heated up and eaten, is Kikapichi. Well, the music will be blaring out, and you'll be miming it, obviously, and then everyone will be going crazy, hopefully getting some girl throwing up or
I think it's good. Hastings has got a good music scene. It's got a really varied music scene. That's the thing. Like you've got bands like us, and you've got bands like Illusions, which are like really heavy hardcore. And then you've got you go to the old town, and it's like you've taken a step back 60 years, and there's still amazing music, but it's just completely different, and that's what I think is different about Hastings and a lot of other towns.
There's a mentality here where it's all covers bands, and the original bands have it very hard to try and get onto a stage. This is one of the few venues that pretty much specialises in original music, and that's another thing that's always bugged me a bit. I have nothing against the cover bands, they're great, they do a perfectly good job, but it's nostalgia. We're looking at the future. If you don't produce the original bands now, you won't have nostalgia in the future because there won't be any original music to play.
Being in the Hastings, there's a lot of pubs that have classic rock cover bands, do the same circuit, and a lot of pubs can fall into that kind of trend, so it's much harder getting original bands booked at these places.
It's clear that you've done this before. Some call you a hussy, I'm really not fussy.
I think it's in a very good state, really. I mean, if you look at some of the bands that we've got, Kid Capici, Illusions, Coyote, just to name but a few, really. There's a lot of talent here. There are a lot of premises which will quite easily just go for the kind of cover band option, which is an easy option. If you get a cover band in, you're appealing to a much wider audience. But I think really it's important to concentrate on original music, because there's so much good original music out there. It just seems silly for me to be bringing people in here that are just playing somebody else's music. I've got a jukebox. If you want to listen to someone else's music, put a jukebox on.
There is a community of like-minded people around here, and they all want to do the same thing, and it's building. I mean, we've hit this hopefully at the right time. It's not, it's not been planned that way. It's just purely, maybe we've just discovered that it's always been there. But sometimes you need a catalyst, and hopefully we are the catalyst that can help get all these people together and just get Hastings known for other things apart from burning piers.
It seems strange that no one else has done it before, like with the internet being such a network.
Oh no, there are places that have, but you look at something like Reverb Nation, that does all of this. Tells you where to get your stickers, tells you where to get this, tells you where to get gigs, but you got to pay, and you got to sort this. But then they're at a different level and go and join the pool of millions and millions of people also doing this, and have a go. Just have a go. We're specifically going. We personally know the musicians that we're dealing with, all of them, individually and as a band, know their story, have followed their journeys, older, younger, and believe in them ourselves. We are joined here with Sam, as if you've just tuned in, who has joined us for the first ever Pierless Music Podcast live lounge, of which we are hoping to have many.
So that's from the old to the new. That last track you had was a band called the Kid Capici, a track from their Gin and Chronic album. What a great name. A track called Small Town Syndrome. I'm sure it's all about Hastings.
Gigs that we play in Hastings that do turn out to be really good, have probably been the best gigs we've played anywhere.
Yeah.
So I think coming back from being really big and having a really good gig here would be sweet.
Yeah, because we did some amazing gigs on tour. Played Liverpool and Camden on the last night. Came back and just had the most mental gig. We thought, it'll be alright, it'll be a bit sad that we're back from tour. It just turned out to be the most crazy gig. Everyone just went mental.
Yeah, I think people are hungry for it here. I've had bands here that have never played in this town before, and they get in front of a crowd in the Tubman and they just rock. But I've sat there and just seen so many come through and just thought these guys should be signed. The Kid Capici, somebody will sign them. And probably make a lot of money out of them. And as I said, pretty much every genre of music is being covered here. And the good thing is as well, it's you got people down here like Illusions and Jake and Finn, who are just making their own scene. This sort of Hastings and Eastbourne hardcore thing that they're doing. The scene wasn't there, so they've just made their own. I think it's fantastic.
We've got to teach people how to go back to gigs, because that's where it's at. There's some stuff you can hear it you can hear the energy of your song on your headphones, but if a bass drum's getting smashed with a baseball bat in front of your eyes, it's going to create something different than just hearing about a bass drum being smashed.
We are the Kid Capici. And we are from Hastings.
Same alleys and the same street corners, same weekend and the same occurrence. No, seen the sunset from a million angles. It don't shine no more, it just stands still. Thoughts of skyscrapers and city capers got my brain in a tangle. Just jump over the fence, my love is the broken rules that all the time.